And that's a wrap! Hi, I'm Rob, I'm ready to start, and welcome to the last episode of Monthly Vintage. I've been doing this all year, and it's been fun, but it's coming to a close. This is one of 3 year-end videos that I'm putting on my channel. The first one was the fall and winter favorites, and the last one is a surprise. If you've been watching, you know the format, you know I get right into the vintage item. If you haven't been watching, you got 11 other episodes that you can watch. Lot of content. Today I'm talking about 2 items. They're both old school sports jerseys. I'm gonna take this one first. Unfortunately, I don't know a whole lot about either of these pieces, but they're too cool not to share. This is a vintage baseball jersey that I'm not exactly sure when it's from. It's kind of in that 1940s baseball style. I would guess that this is from the 40s or the 50s. It's all wool. It feels old. It's got some distressing on it. The piping is split. It's in really good shape though. It's got some little vents underneath the sleeves. I think the letters and numbers are wool too. This is number 9. It's got this cool maple leaf on the sleeve as well. I don't know if this was originally white, but now it's like this cream color. This is really cool. I've actually never worn this, but I picked it up about 5 years ago. At a place in West Orange. I'll put it here. There's a small tag in here that says Dodge and Davis genuine flannel. I just saw that now actually, so let me do a little research. Alright, so this jersey is really hard to date when it's from because everything that I just saw with Dodge and Davis, they're tags from the 40s through the 60s. The tag's exactly the same. So I'm just going to put this at a vague 40s to 50s. But I really love this piece. Like I said, even though I don't wear it, it's had a special place in my closet and maybe as decoration in a store one day. The second item I actually got at the same place on the same day. This old school basketball jersey. Probably from a Prudential AAU team, because Prudential's big in Jersey. It's this stretchy, kind of ribbed, I think it's a synthetic fabric. This thing is so tiny I can't even think about putting it on. The tag on this says Solomon Sport Shop from Elizabeth, New Jersey. I looked them up, they're not around anymore. But I'm gonna guess that this is probably from the 60s or 70s. This material kind of reminds me of the lacrosse jersey material from a couple months ago. It's really durable, doesn't seem breathable at all, but the fact that it's still around shows its quality just of the fabric. I don't have to tell you, purple and yellow is a classic basketball color. If you hold it this way, you can pretend it's a Lakers jersey, but I'd rather not. Similar to the baseball jersey, another cool piece that I don't know much about, but it's cool for the collection. Usually in this segment of the video, I'll style the vintage pieces that I'm talking about, but I'm not going to wear either of these, so I'm going to do something special for the last episode of Monthly Vintage. I'm going to go through my top 5 fits from all my videos throughout the year. Why? Why am I watching ads on my own video? So coming in at number 5, we have this look with the black and red ski sweater. I think the slimness of this sweater goes well with the sharp taper of the almost jogger style wool pants, and I really love how the cuff of the pants meets the top of the Chelsea boot. My 4th favorite fit from these monthly vintage videos is an older one from the Phillies sweater video. I threw on this denim jacket, some green pants, and a Nike Cortez to get this retro 80s look. Speaking of retro, coming in at number 3 is more of like a 50s inspired look with the mystery biker jacket, and these look like just another pair of jeans, but it's actually my tatami denim from Naked and Famous. Love that pair of pants. Coming in 2nd place, the runner-up for the best fit of the monthly vintage series is this fit with the high-waisted Guess jeans. Got the double denim look going on. It's a Guess jacket, plus the green coordination between the sweatshirt, my sunglasses, and the hand-painted boots I think goes really well. And the number 1 spot is perhaps the dressiest look of the entire year. It's the tan Yugoslavian coat with the navy blazer and tan turtleneck underneath. Really like the layering of this piece, and I'm actually going to wear it like this winter. So that was a little bit different, but for the rest of this video I am sticking with the regular format. After the vintage item and the fits come a thrift item. Today's thrift piece is this Nike dry fit kind of mock neck hoodie. I know these are pretty popular, especially for like runners and athletes, which I'm neither of those things. I always like the style. It's pretty sleek, but I found this in the thrift store with the tags on it. It's a size medium, so it fits me pretty slim, but this is good as a base layer. I really like the pockets on this. The kangaroo pocket is actually more hidden. It's like a welt pocket rather than a patch on the front. Material is actually pretty warm, and I really like the hood on it. The string around the neck is pretty thick, which I like as well. There's a nice texture to this swoosh too. There's actually like no waistband to this. It's kind of in the back, but in the front, it's just how it is. And you know the deal. The last part of these monthly vintage videos is something that's not necessarily vintage, not necessarily clothes, but something cool that I want to show you. Today, it's this Explorer pack that I made by hand. You see it's got this decorative leather patch on both sides, but aside from that, this thing is purely functional. I haven't done a whole lot of exploring in the past year or two because of COVID, but I used this in India for the whole time that I was there. I'm definitely going to use it in the future. There's a lot of cool spaces for things. You got wallet, pocket knife or whatever, space for a book. This is where I put my phone. I keep my Timex watch in there, but since I opened it last, the battery died. Perfect spot for a moleskin notebook. And you can fold it up and hold it just like that. Throw it in your backpack maybe. Or there's also this strap. Throw this over the shoulder. It's nice to have right there under your arm. It's like pretty much pickpocket proof because you can't get in there. Definitely one of my cooler creations. I love this thing and I can't wait to get some more use out of it. And that's a wrap on Monthly Vintage episode 12, series conclusion, series finale. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed the series throughout the year. I had a lot of fun doing this. I said in my last video that 2021 was kind of like a test to see if I was really into doing YouTube, so the Monthly Vintage was kind of to put me on a schedule, see if I could post consistently, and I think that goal was accomplished. Now if you subscribe just for this series, don't click away just yet. I'm still going to be making videos about vintage clothing, clothing in general, music oriented videos as well, and just vlogs in general. Whatever I can think of to make a video on, I'm going to keep doing. But I'm not going to be on as strict of a schedule in the new year, but I think the content that I'm going to be putting out is going to be... I appreciate your support through the past year. I hit all my YouTube goals between the 24 plus videos that I put out, and I hit 100 subscribers, which is a goal that I set in the very first Monthly Vintage video. It made it happen, so I appreciate everyone who subscribed. Old subscribers, new subscribers. Stay subscribed, and you're going to see some cool stuff in the future. Monthly Vintage, you donezo.